Around you. Every legend you admire, every giant who walks in the halls of greatness has one thing in common. They paid with time, with years of unseen struggle, with nights no one clapped for, with days so heavy quitting seemed like mercy, but they didn't quit. You want to know what it really takes? Let me show you. Picture this. A young man sitting in a dark, cramped laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. His clothes are burnt, his hands are stained with chemicals, his eyes are bloodshot, he hasn't slept for days, his invention refuses to work. He's failed not once, not twice, but thousands of times. His team is tired, investors are getting impatient. The world is starting to call him a lunatic. But Thomas Edison doesn't stop. He doesn't ask, how long will this take? He asks, how many more tries until I break through? Edison's journey to invent the light bulb wasn't months, it was years. It was over 10,000 failed attempts, 10,000 nights he could have walked away, 10,000 reasons to quit, but he chose one reason to keep going. He believed the world would be different on the other side of time. And today, every time you flip a switch, you're living proof that patience, persistence, and insane belief can rewrite reality. But maybe you're thinking, that's Edison. I'm not some genius inventor, okay? Let's talk about someone whose name you already know, but whose pain you've never felt. It's 1994, a single mother living on welfare scribbles stories on scraps of paper in coffee shops. She's got a child to feed, rent she can barely pay, and a heart shattered by divorce. Publishers slam the door in her face, one after another, 12 times in a row. She's told she's wasting her time, that nobody wants to read her silly fantasy book. That woman is J.K. Rowling. She could have quit. She could have surrendered her dream to reality. She could have told herself, it's taking too long. Maybe they're right, but she kept writing, kept fighting. It took 7 long years from the first idea of Harry Potter to the day someone finally said yes. Today, the world she imagined lives in the hearts of millions. Success didn't knock on her door overnight. She had to bleed for it, wait for it, and believe in it long after everyone else stopped believing. Or maybe you think you need talent, not time. Let's test that idea. It's June 14th, 1998. The NBA Finals. Michael Jordan, already a superstar, faces the Utah Jazz. He's at the height of his powers, but what nobody sees is the years before, the hundreds of hours in empty gyms, the thousands of missed shots, the heartbreak of not making his high school varsity team. Jordan's legacy isn't built on the 6 rings he wears. It's built on failure, on the nights he missed, on the summers he outworked everyone, on the years he spent as just another kid who wasn't good enough. He became the greatest because he was willing to do what others wouldn't. Show up day after day when there's nothing to show for it yet. But maybe you're thinking, I don't want to be an athlete. I just want my life to mean something. I want my pain to end. I want to win for once. Let me introduce you to someone you've never heard of. A man who wasn't famous. A man whose name was never in the news, but whose story proves that time is the true currency of transformation. It's a rainy morning in a small town. A man in his 50s, overweight and depressed, stands in front of the mirror. He's lost his job. His wife has left. His kids don't speak to him. Everything he ever loved is gone. But he doesn't quit. He laces up his old sneakers and goes for a walk. The first day, he makes it to the end of the block. He collapses, breathless, embarrassed. People stare. But he comes back the next day. And the next. Day after day, week after week, he goes a little farther. He starts jogging. He loses a pound, then 5, then 50. He gets a new job. He makes amends with his kids. He becomes a different man. Not overnight, but over years. Not with motivation, but with patience. Not with luck, but with time. Nobody wrote his name in history books, but he became the hero of his own life. You see the pattern yet? Every story you admire, every success you want, every dream you carry is built on the bones of time. You can have excuses, you can have impatience, or you can have the life you want, but you can't have both. You live in a world that worships speed. Everything is designed to get you hooked on now. Scroll, Swipe, click, instant results, instant pleasure, instant disappointment. It's poison. You want to be someone who stands out. You want to win in a world addicted to shortcuts. Then you have to become the rarest breed alive. The man who can wait. But waiting isn't passive. It isn't sitting on your hands hoping for a miracle. It's showing up when nothing makes sense. It's building when nobody believes. It's sweating in the dark, betting on a future you can't see, while everyone else chases quick fixes and shortcuts that rot their souls. You see someone blow up on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram and you think, wow, that was fast. But what you don't see, the 5 years of posting with 0 likes. The nights spent editing while their friends were partying. The hate comments, the moments of doubt, the urge to delete everything and disappear. You see the highlight reel, never the practice. You hear the applause, never the silence. Think about Colonel Sanders, yes, the KFC guy. Do you know how old he was when the world tasted his fried chicken for the first time? He was 62. Before that, he failed at almost everything, lost jobs, broken marriages, bankruptcies. Most people his age retire. He started over. He drove around the country, recipe in hand, and got rejected over 1,000 times. 1,000 people told him no, not interested. But it only takes one yes to change your life. If you're patient enough to wait for it. Sanders' secret wasn't chicken, it was time. It was the refusal to quit no matter how many doors slammed in his face. Let me ask you something. Why are you in such a rush? To impress who? To satisfy whose expectations? You want a strong body? It's gonna take time. You want a deep relationship? It's gonna take time. You want freedom, success, purpose, peace? It's all gonna take time. Because anything that comes easy, leaves easy. Anything you build overnight can be destroyed just as fast. Real strength is forged in seasons of waiting. Character is carved out by resistance. Purpose is revealed through patience. Have you ever heard about the Chinese bamboo tree? For the first 5 years after planting, you see nothing above the soil. 5 years of watering, fertilizing, showing up with faith while everyone laughs at you. Then in the 6th year, that tree grows up to 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Did it grow overnight? Or did it spend years building roots no one could see? You're not behind, you're building roots. And when your time comes, the world won't understand how you rose so fast. But you will. So what about you? Are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to stay when every bone in your body says leave? Are you willing to become the kind of person who earns what they want instead of wishing for it? Or will you join the millions who quit just before the miracle? Because I promise you it's going to take time. But if you can master time, you can master anything. The only real shortcut is never giving up. Here's the truth most people choke on. Most people never fail, they just quit. They quit too soon. They quit when it hurts. They quit because they're addicted to comfort and allergic to discomfort. But let's get real. What if Thomas Edison quit after the 1,000th failure? What if J.K. Rowling gave up after the 5th rejection? What if Jordan let the sting of being cut from his high school team convince him he'd never make it? You want to know what separates the legends from the forgotten? It isn't talent, it isn't luck, it's this. The ability to keep going when nobody's watching. Nobody cares, and there's zero evidence it's working. Most people aren't beaten by life. They're beaten by the clock. They're beaten by their own impatience. They want to skip the pain. They want to fast forward through the ugly parts. But here's the secret. The ugly parts, the waiting, the suffering, the self-doubt, the days where you see no progress, that's the curriculum of greatness. That's the tuition you pay for a life that matters. Look around you. How many people do you know who gave up on their dream job, their health, their marriage, their vision, because it was taking too long? Now look at their lives, full of what ifs, full of quiet regret. Most people don't fail because they tried and lost. They fail because they stopped showing up. They traded the pain of discipline for the pain of regret. And regret lasts a lifetime. Do you think David Goggins became the world's toughest man by wishing for it? He ran on broken legs, through blisters, through failure, after failure, after failure. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the strongest. He was just the most stubborn man alive. He refused to let pain dictate his story. You want a life that means something? Stop negotiating with pain. Stop trying to bargain with the universe for a discount. Pain is the price, time is the currency, and greatness is the reward. Every dream comes with a shadow. For every fantasy of making it, there's a reality of grinding when nobody cares, sacrificing while others celebrate, bleeding while nobody notices. You have to decide, is your dream worth that darkness, or are you just in love with the highlight reel? Because if you're only in love with the outcome, not the process, you'll never last long enough to see it. Picture the moment right before a breakthrough. It's not easy. It's hell. Most people quit right there, 1 inch from victory, 1 step from seeing all their work pay off. Why? Because pain tricks you. It whispers, it's not worth it. It screams, you're wasting your life. It convinces you that discomfort means you're failing. But the truth, discomfort means you're changing. Suffering means you're in the process. Delay means your roots are growing deeper. There's an old story of 2 miners both digging for diamonds. One gives up inches before striking the biggest diamond of his life. He walks away, broken, never knowing how close he came. The other keeps digging, 1 more swing, 1 more day, 1 more try, and changes his family's future forever. Which miner are you? If you're struggling right now, if you're doubting yourself, if you're wondering if any of this is worth it, let me remind you, every minute you invest, every hour you endure, every day you refuse to quit is a deposit in your future. It's not wasted. It's not pointless. It's the process that forges legends. So ask yourself right now, are you going to be another ghost story of almost made it? Or are you going to be the reason your family, your bloodline, your name means something? Because the truth is simple. It's going to take time, but only the patient ever see what's on the other side. Let's get brutally honest about why most people can't last. It's not because you're weak. It's not because you're lazy. It's because your brain is wired for now. Your ancestors live in a world where now is survival. Eat now, run now, fight now. If you waited, you died. But today, waiting doesn't kill you, it builds you. But your brain hasn't caught up. It still craves dopamine, instant hits of pleasure, quick rewards, the rush of made it before you've even begun. That's why you get anxious when things take time, why you reach for your phone every 2 minutes, why you want results yesterday. You're not broken. You're just human. Well, here's the kicker. If you let your biology run your destiny, you'll never build anything that lasts. Have you ever noticed how good it feels to cross something off a to-do list, even if it's meaningless? That's your brain on dopamine. You want the win. You want the trophy. You want the good job before you've even paid the price. But easy wins are a drug. They kill your ambition. They make you soft. Real victories, the ones that change your bloodline, require you to suffer for a season with no applause, no reward, no guarantee of anything except the fact that you refuse to bow. You want to win this game? You have to become the rarest kind of beast. The one who learns to love the process, not just the prize. Because the man who learns to fall in love with the wait, with the work, with the pain, is the man who outlasts everyone else. How do you do that? Let me show you. Stop asking, am I there yet? Start asking, did I get better today? You want to see change? Chase progress, inch by inch, day by day. It's not about the giant leap. It's about the million tiny steps nobody sees. The bodybuilder doesn't get huge in a week. The entrepreneur doesn't get rich in a month. The healer doesn't find peace in a moment. They stack days. They collect small wins. They honor the process. Ever seen an iceberg? Most of it is invisible, hidden beneath the waterline. What you see, the tip, is just the result of years, decades of unseen growth below the surface. People look at winners and see the visible. They never see the years spent in darkness, pushing, grinding, growing. You want to be more than a spectator? Get comfortable with being invisible for a while. Your time is coming if you earn it. Delay is not denial. Delay is preparation. When it takes longer than you thought, it means you're being made ready for something bigger. But distraction is denial. Every time you quit for a dopamine hit, another show, another scroll, another excuse, you're robbing your future self of everything you want. Guard your focus, starve your distractions, feed your patience. Most people rage against time. They see the clock as the enemy. They curse every minute that passes without results. But the wise see time as an ally. Every minute you endure, you're getting stronger. Every day you persist, you're widening the gap between you and everyone who quit. If it takes a year, so what? If it takes 10 years, so what? You're still breathing, you're still in the fight. And as long as you keep going, time becomes your greatest weapon. So ask yourself, are you fighting against time, or are you using it to build the person you're meant to be? Are you willing to be forgotten, to be doubted, to be underestimated, while you quietly outwork everyone in the shadows? Because the secret is this: the longer you can last, the more unstoppable you become. They say time heals all wounds. They're wrong. Time reveals who's willing to bleed for what they love. You want your breakthrough, you want your legacy, it's gonna take time, but time, used the right way, can make you immortal. Everybody wants their life to be a straight shot. Start here, win there, never stumble, never fall, always up, always forward. But that's a lie. Your life moves in seasons, cycles of growth, pain, loss, rebirth. Ask any farmer. You don't harvest in winter, you plant in spring, sweat in summer, harvest in fall, and endure the cold in between. But most people panic when winter comes. They think it means failure. They think it means they're not enough. Listen to me, winter is not the end, it's the test. It's where most quit. It's where most dreams die. But for the rare few who keep moving, who keep planning even when nothing grows, who keep believing even when the world calls them crazy, spring comes. And when it does, the world will call you lucky, not knowing how many winters you survived. There will be nights you stare at the ceiling, questioning if any of this is worth it. Days where you want to disappear. Mornings where you drag yourself out of bed with nothing in the tank but raw will. It's not glamour. It's not cinematic. It's not beautiful. It's ugly. It's dirty. It's heavy, but it's real. Every day you show up and do what must be done, when you rather hide, when nobody is watching, when it feels like time itself is laughing in your face. You are building a power no one can see. You are becoming a weapon forged by patience and pain. Your winter is not punishment, it's preparation. You're not buried, you're being planted. Let pain teach you, let obscurity sharpen you, let delay humble you. If you can survive your winter, you'll harvest more than you ever imagined. Because in winter, you either die or you become unbreakable. Patience is not weakness. Patience is power. It's the ability to say, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm still moving. I'm still building. I'm still fighting. You want a life that means something? Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop measuring yourself by timelines that were never yours. The universe does not run on your schedule. The man who gets what he wants is the one who refuses to surrender to the ticking clock. He endures the waiting. He gets stronger every day he doesn't see results, because he knows results are earned, not given. Grit isn't loud. It's not glamorous. It's silent, invisible, ugly. Grit is showing up when you're broken. Grit is working when you're tired. Grit is trying one more time when you failed 100 times before. Patience isn't just waiting, it's suffering with purpose. It's showing up when your body screams no. It's believing when every voice says give up. The strongest men alive are not the loudest, they're the most patient. They're made of patience, not just willpower. Look in the mirror and ask, how many times have you quit because it took too long? How many times have you sabotaged your own future because you couldn't stand being uncomfortable for a season? How many dreams died, not because they were impossible, but because you demanded them to be easy, quick, and painless? The honest answer hurts, but if you can face it, you can change it. Let's cut the noise. This is about you, not them. Not legends on magazine covers. Not stories from history books. It's about the life you're living right now. It's about the quiet war inside your head, the 1,000 invisible battles you fight before sunrise. The voices that tell you to quit, the routines that bury you in boredom, the emptiness of working day after day, unseen and unthanked. This is the part nobody teaches. True greatness is forged in isolation. Not in the spotlight, not with a crowd, but in the cold, lonely hours where every cell in your body screams for relief and you answer with discipline. There's a void between where you are and where you want to be. A black hole that swallows hope, spits back despair, tempts you to trade the pain of the journey for the comfort of quitting. But comfort is a liar. Comfort wants you numb, safe, untested, just another face in the crowd. Pain wants you awake, alive, tested, reborn in the fire. If you can stare into the void and keep moving, if you can feel the emptiness and refuse to fill it with distractions, if you can let boredom and delay sharpen you instead of breaking you, you'll become unrecognizable to the man you used to be. You will suffer, you will doubt, you will hate the pace, curse the slow days, despise the grind. Good, because suffering is the only teacher that never lies. It strips away your excuses, burns off your weakness, teaches you to build when you want to run. Stop negotiating with pain. Stop trying to outsmart the process. Pain isn't optional, it's required. Here's what nobody tells you. If you can't master waiting, you'll never master winning. Use every slow day to double your discipline. Use every lonely morning to strengthen your mind. Use every setback to deepen your resolve. Don't fill the silence with noise. Don't run from the boredom. Sit in it. Let it build you. Write your pain down. Turn your agony into fuel. Every hard day you survive is a day most people never reach. You want to break the cycle of quitting? Make yourself earn every reward. Don't let yourself celebrate too early. Don't hand yourself trophies for effort. Tell yourself, I get to be proud when I survive another day. I get to rest when the work is done. I get to smile when my story is proof that patience wins. Every time you deny yourself comfort in the moment, you become more dangerous. Every time you resist the easy way out, you build an identity that can withstand anything. This is how you win the war within. You show up when nobody asks you to. You grind in silence while the world sleeps. You bleed, sweat, and endure, not for glory, not for applause, but because you refuse to let time defeat you. Every day you keep going is a day you steal from the jaws of mediocrity. Every day you refuse to quit is a day you become unstoppable. It's going to take time. Let it. Because the longer you last, the fewer competitors you have. And in the end, the man who outlasts wins. Every day you wake up with two voices fighting for control. One says, stay down. You've done enough. It's not working. Nobody cares. This is pointless. Stop. The other is smaller, softer at first, but it says, try again. Stand up. Go anyway. Stack another day. Endure. You get to choose which voice survives every single day. It won't be easy. It won't get easier. You will be tested, but if you answer the right voice, if you fight the quitter inside until he's silent, you'll build a spirit that never bows. Time will taunt you. It will drag by when you want it to fly. It will sprint when you wish it would crawl. It will make you feel like you're too late, too old, too far gone. But the clock is a liar. Your life isn't measured in deadlines. It's measured in days survived, pain endured, persistence practiced in the dark. Every hour you stay in the game is a rebellion against the clock's tyranny. You are not racing anyone, not your past, not your rivals, not the world. You are only racing the man in the mirror. And the longer you last, the more you change the game. Stop hating discomfort. Stop resenting the slow days, the hungry nights, the empty hands. Discomfort is proof you're alive, that you haven't surrendered to the numbness, that you're still in the ring, trading blows with fate, refusing to fall. When you start seeing pain as a companion, not a curse. When you greet boredom as the doorway to focus. When you let waiting harden your spirit instead of breaking it. That's when you become more than ordinary. That's when you become a force. Don't run from the ache. Don't smother the hunger. Don't distract yourself with noise. Sit with the pain until it teaches you. Turn every setback into a lesson. What did I survive today? What did I build while nobody watched? How did I grow while others waited for permission? Write your answers. Carve them into your daily routine. Make pain your mentor, not your enemy. The world will try to sedate you. You must stay wide awake. Motivation is for children. Discipline is for kings. Don't wait for a feeling to do what must be done. Set your ritual. Guard it with your life. When the alarm rings, move. When the plan fails, adapt. When you fall, stand. Make your discipline so ruthless, so unbreakable, that your own mind learns to fear your resolve. You are not here to be average. You are here to be unstoppable. Nobody will celebrate your quiet wins. Nobody will clap for your invisible progress. But you will know. You will know you stared down the clock and didn't blink. You will know you fought through days of silence and kept your fire lit. You will know you became a legend in the dark long before the light ever found you. And when the world finally sees you rise, they won't understand the storms you survive, but you will, because you are still here, and that means you're winning. It's gonna take time, but time is yours to command. There's a level beyond motivation, a place discipline can't touch. It's called obsession. Obsession isn't a dirty word. It's the only force strong enough to carry you through years of slow progress, empty results, and silent mornings. The world will call you crazy, let them. Obsession turns pain into fuel. It turns waiting into training. It turns the grind into worship. When you decide your dream is non-negotiable, you stop negotiating with time. Most men fail because they always have a plan B, a back door, an excuse, a soft landing. But legends know when you burn your bridges, you find a way to win. Cut off the exits, delete the backup plan, refuse to settle for a life half-lived. When it's win or die, you find out how powerful you truly are. Every minute you suffer in silence, every hour you grind with nothing to show, every season you spend in the wilderness, that's your story, that's your arsenal. Use it. Let every delay sharpen your mind. Let every doubt become fuel. Let every insult become proof that you're building something real. The world only respects those who pay in blood and time. Be proud of your scars. They mean you stayed in the fight. Start every day with a question. What am I willing to suffer for today? Write the answer down. Say it out loud. Let it shape your choice. Build a morning ritual so ruthless, so unbreakable that it survives your worst days. Set rules for yourself that nobody can break, not even you. Non-negotiable standards, non-negotiable effort. Don't let your feelings decide your fate. Let your habits drag you to greatness, kicking and screaming if they must. If you want to destroy mediocrity, you must become a master of showing up every day, no matter what. Tired? Show up. Broke? Show up. Hurt? Show up. Invisible? Show up. Success isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Most men lose because they go missing. They disappear at the first sign of struggle, the first hint of pain, not you. You will be the man who never leaves the battlefield, the man who becomes unkillable because he refuses to disappear. Consistency isn't sexy, it isn't dramatic, it's relentless, ugly, unappreciated. It's brushing your teeth while the house burns. It's pushing the boulder 1 inch a day for years until the mountain cracks. Consistency is the ultimate act of self-respect. When you show up, when you do the work, you become a man you can finally trust. And when you trust yourself, there is nothing you can't survive. Most people celebrate the big days, the wins, the breakthroughs, the applause. But the men who win the war celebrate the slow days, the days where nothing happens, the days where progress is invisible, the days where quitting looks like mercy. That's your secret weapon. If you can learn to love the empty grind, if you can fall in love with stacking days that nobody else values, you become immune to failure. The world will never see the days you wanted to quit, but those days will see you. They'll watch you build, bleed, survive. They'll watch you rewrite your destiny one boring, painful, silent day at a time. And when you finally arrive, when the breakthrough comes, You'll know it wasn't luck or fate or talent. It was you. Relentless, obsessed, unbreakable you. It's gonna take time. Good. You got nothing but time and a will that cannot be killed. Most people run from pain. You will run toward it. Because pain isn't a stop sign, it's a compass. Every ache, every empty morning, every sleepless night, it's a message. You're close, you're on the edge. The old you is dying. If you want a different life, you have to die to the old one. That means enduring the stretch. That means sitting in the fire without asking for the exit. Most will never taste transformation because they leave the heat too early. But you'll become steel. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody owes you applause, permission, or understanding. If you live for validation, you'll die in regret. So stop waiting for the world to notice. Stop begging for claps. Your new motto? I don't need them to believe. I need them to watch. Let your actions speak so loudly the world goes silent. You have one true rival, your old self. Not your critics, not your competitors, not your past. Every day you are at war with the version of you who loves comfort, craves distraction, and fears a weight. Starve them. Every time you want to quit, remind yourself, the only thing standing between you and everything you want is your own willingness to suffer for it. Are you willing? If you are, you become unstoppable. How do you conquer the weight? How do you become the man who thrives on slow, painful growth? You detach your emotions from outcomes. You stop measuring your progress by the results you can see and start measuring by the work you did in the dark. You ask yourself, did I keep my word today? If yes, you won. If not, fix it tomorrow. You become immune to the storms outside because you control the weather inside. Imagine your soul is a muscle. Every day you train it by enduring disappointment, frustration, setbacks. Most people shrink from this gym. They want visible gains. They want immediate proof. But you'll train in the dark. You'll add weight when the world says to rest. You'll increase the reps when everyone else walks away. Day by day, you become dense, solid, armored, untouchable by the outside world. You want to get ahead? Kill your distractions. Put your phone in another room. Turn off the noise. Shut out everything that feeds the weak, restless, impatient version of you. Create a ritual. Every day, give yourself an hour. No music, no media, no scrolling. Just you, your goal, and the work. If you can survive this hour, you'll win a war most never start. Focus is the superpower of the patient. Stop wishing people understood your grind. Most won't. Most don't care. That's your advantage. If nobody is watching, nobody can distract you. Nobody can stop you. You can become anything you want because you're not performing for them. You're performing for the only audience that matters, the man you'll meet at the end of your life. Make him proud. Patience isn't just waiting, it's who you become while you wait. Every boring day, every quiet struggle, every unnoticed win, these are the bricks of greatness. You are laying the foundation for a life most men only dream about. Not in the crowd, not on the stage, but in the slow, lonely, hungry hours nobody will ever see. It's going to take time. Don't count the days. Make the days count. And soon, even time will bow to your will. Most people want quick money, quick muscle, quick love, quick results. Quick is a scam. Quick is the bait for the weak. You're here for the long game. Not months, not a year. You're here for life. You don't just want to win. You want to make winning your default setting. The longer you're willing to grind, the fewer people you compete with. 99% quit in the first storm. Most vanish in the first season of boredom. But you plant your flag and declare, I will outlast. I will outwork. I will outwill anyone who tries to stand in my way. Stop blaming. Stop justifying. Stop waiting for perfect timing. There is no timing. There is only action. You take control. You own the slow days, the setbacks, the failures. You say, if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's slow, I get stronger. If it hurts, I get harder. If it's lonely, I become my own best company. Excuses die when responsibility is born. Understand this, every single day is an exam. The world isn't testing your talent, your luck, or your connections. It's testing your patience, your commitment, your refusal to quit. Most people flunk because they cheat the process. They want to skip steps, avoid pain, run from discomfort. You face the test, eyes open, unflinching. You take the pain and you use it. You take the slow results and you stack them, knowing one day the dam will break. Every time you want to quit, use this rule. Stay one more day. When you're exhausted, one more day. When you're broke, one more day. When your heart is numb, one more day. Stack enough, one more days, and you will lap the men who quit. Never trust your feelings. Trust your discipline. You don't control outcomes. You don't control timing. You control effort. What time you wake up, how many reps you do, how many pages you read, how much you show up, rain or shine. You let go of what's out of your hands and grip tighter to what is. This is freedom. This is power. This is how you bend time to your will. Every time you feel pain, remember, that's the sign you're in the game. Most people never feel it because they're never really playing. Embrace it, thank it, let it harden you. One day the pain will fade, but the strength it left behind will stay with you forever. The finish line doesn't move for the impatient. You want the reward? You want to live a life that echoes long after you go? You must master time. You must become the rare man who refuses to bow to the clock. Every day you last, you get closer. Every day you endure, you rise. And when the world finally sees what you built, they'll call you lucky, blessed, unstoppable. But you will know the truth. You were just patient enough to win. Here it is, the moment every journey circles back to, the final wall. This is where most men vanish, where every excuse, every shortcut, every maybe tomorrow dies in your mouth, where comfort tempts you with easy outs, and your old self begs for mercy. But you didn't come this far to crawl back. You didn't bleed, sweat, suffer, and wait just to let time defeat you. You are here for war, and war always demands a price. There are two kinds of people in this world: those who wish and those who work, those who talk and those who bleed, those who want it now and those who want it forever, even if it takes a lifetime. You must decide, will you be another casualty of impatience or the rare breed who outlast the world itself? The clock will keep ticking. The days will keep stacking. The pain will never fully disappear, but neither will your hunger. Legacies aren't built in the light. They're built in the dark. The hours nobody will ever witness, the choices nobody will ever understand. You are stacking bricks the world will never see until one day the world will wake up to a monument they cannot ignore. And then they'll ask, how did you do it? What was your secret? And you'll smile because the secret was always the same. You outlasted the storm. You loved the grind. You didn't flinch when the world told you to quit. You didn't beg time to move faster. You made time your ally, your forge, your battlefield. Let's get one thing straight. This never gets easier. You just get stronger. Every new level brings new pain. Every higher mountain brings thinner air. But you won't be the one who breathes in the heights others choke on. Because you didn't wait for the world to go easy. You got harder, hungrier, colder to comfort, warmer to pain. Every scar is a medal. Every lonely day is a trophy. Every minute you outlast is another nail in the coffin of your old self. Stop counting days. Stop chasing deadlines. Become timeless. Let the world grow old waiting for shortcuts. You are eternal because your discipline is eternal. Every morning, every night, remind yourself, I am not a slave to time. I am a weapon built by it. Every hour you outlast, you become more than human, you become inevitable. At the end of your life, nobody will remember your fastest days. Nobody will care how quickly you got there. They will remember how long you lasted. Did you stay when it hurt? Did you rise when it was hopeless? Did you grind while everyone else slept, laughed, and settled? This is the test. This is the way. Do not bow to the clock. Do not surrender to the waiting. Do not confuse slow with lost. Slow is steady. Steady is unbreakable. Unbreakable is immortal. Burn these into your mind. Every day is a chance to defy your old limits. Every slow morning is proof you're still in the arena. Every delay is another layer of armor. Every setback is fuel for the fire. Every quiet victory is a building block for the legend you're becoming. Every hour survived in pain is a warning to the world, I will not be moved. Now listen, because this is the moment everything changes. If you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. If your heart is still beating, you still have time. If you're still hungry, it's not over. So get up, stack another day, embrace the grind, make the suffering sacred. Let the world wonder how you survived so long. Let them write stories about the man who refused to quit. Let your name echo as a warning to every excuse, every distraction, every moment of weakness that ever tried to stop you. I survived. I outlasted. I became more than the clock. I became unstoppable. It's going to take time, more than you want, longer than you ever planned. But time is not your enemy. It's your crucible. It's your inheritance. It's the only currency that can buy life worth living. So spend it, bleed for it, own it. And one day, when you stand at the summit, you will know it was all worth it because you became the man who refused to quit. You became the one who outlasted time itself.